Hey, what's up everybody? It's Sam. Today we will be analyzing two projects by legendary British pop singer Charli xcx and connecting them to modern day life as a teen. Let's go. Alright, let's begin with my personal favorite mixtape of all time, Pop 2. Pop 2 was released on December 15th in 2017 and was produced by legendary pop producer A.G. Cook. Alright, let me give you a little background for this project. Charli created this project in a time when she was evolving as an artist and moving away from being a more traditional pop star. In the year prior to creating Pop 2, she released a project, Vroom Vroom, which was her first time ever making hyperpop music. And in a sense, she created a new identity for herself. Traditional pop music is usually associated with happy and clean things like sunshines and rainbows, puppies, not swearing, not smoking or doing drugs. While hyperpop does not completely flip this narrative on a 180, it does embrace a lot of the things that traditional pop usually rejects. The sound of hyperpop reflects this too. It isn't afraid to be experimental and push the boundaries of what can be defined as pop music. I would personally describe it as a harsher, explosive, wilder version of traditional pop music. By releasing Pop 2, a mixtape full of hyperpop bangers, Charli was not only changing the sound of her music, but her identity and what ideas her listeners associate her with. She was no longer trying to be seen as a perfect, trend-following, modest pop star, such as, for example, Taylor Swift, but as an exciting, rule-breaking party girl that isn't afraid to have a little personality to her. Alright, now let's give a couple songs on the project a listen and relate them to different aspects of being a modern-day teenager. Most of the songs on Pop 2 are fast-paced, expressive, romantic songs. One of these songs being Unlock It, which is a song about the thrill of riding in the fast lane and having her heart unlocked.
Roller coaster ride in the fast lane, got the roof down, kiss me hard and now it's pouring rain. Yeah, I can see it in your eyes, now you feel the same. $1,000,000 babe, tripping on it like propane. Beautiful.
Another song that follows a similar theme is Delicious, which is about having long-distance intimacy fueled by substance use and something very relevant to teen life today, technology.
Want a little more, wedding rings and boys, yeah. I'm a cat for ya, running up and then we fast forward. Leave a message, here a card on ya. Yeah, I always think about you when I'm high.
The songs and sometimes chaotic sound of the album mirror certain aspects of modern teen life in a lot of ways. Feeling powerful emotions, living a fast, busy life, technology use. Pop 2 is like the fun high highs of being a teenager in modern day society. Alright, now I'd like to take a moment to talk about my opinion on the mixtape. I think that Pop 2 is one of the best musical achievements in the history of music. And this is coming from somebody who listens to a lot of music. The vocals, production, lyrics, everything on the mixtape is just wonderful. And along with that, there are many really talented featured artists on the project, such as Brat, which just make the mixtape that much more special. A little side note here. I think the fact that there are so many featured artists on the project sort of in a way can represent the fact that the modern day teen usually has a lot of friends and associates that they surround themselves with to make their lives that much more exciting. My favorite songs on the project are Delicious, track 10, which we will be going more into later, and the second best Charli xcx song of all time, I Got It. Alright, now it's time to look at a different Charli album, which represents a much different aspect of modern teenage life. Brat.
When I go to the club, I wanna hear the classics. When I go to the club,
Guys, it's Sam. All the remaining budget for the rest of the project was like put into that like little like edit that I made. That was like really corny and like not even that good.
So the editing from here on out in the video is going to take a little turn for the worse, but I'll still try and get the point across.
I'm quite the big fan of this album, if you can already tell. Brat was released on June 7th, 2024, and was once again produced by A.G. Cook and some other really talented producers. The most well-known and popular songs off of the album are 360, 365, Von Dutch, Apple, which had its own trending dance back in the day, and my personal favorite, Everything is Romantic.
Everything is romantic. Everything is romantic. Everything is romantic.
One of the most notable aspects of the album is how open and vulnerable Charli is on all of the songs. Or most of the songs. Some of the songs are just party songs, but on the other one, she's... Yep. Well, at first look, the album appears to be a banger-filled club classic. Many of the songs actually tackle serious topics in Charli's life. Songs such as Sympathy is a Knife, I Might Say Something Stupid, Girl So Confusing, and So I, which are themed around her struggles, comparing herself to others, struggling with romance, and regretting decisions she had made in the past. I believe Brat represents the other side of modern teenage life.
Oh, what's up, y'all? I'm back. I messed up what I had to say really badly in the original video, and I forgot to go back and re-record it. So I'm just gonna summarize what I was supposed to say right now. Pretty much, Brat is all of the not fun parts of being a teen, you know, when you're being reflective of yourself and thinking oh, how are people judging me, or emotions are difficult and things like that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Now, I'd be lying if I said Brat is the only album where Charli xcx is open to her fans. Charli has actually been one of the realest musical artists throughout her time making music, and she is never afraid to be vulnerable and show her true self in her projects. During the 2020 COVID lockdown, she made an entire album, How I'm Feeling Now. That's the name of the album. In, I think, only 5 or 6 weeks. And as you could probably guess by the title, that album was just talking about emotions and stuff like that. Many of the emotions and struggles described in that album were things that teenagers were experiencing, if not to a greater extent, like feeling isolated, depressed, and taking to the internet for large sums of time. Even Pop 2 has moments of honesty and vulnerability, which I think makes perfect sense when comparing it back to modern teenage life. No one experience is completely perfect or imperfect. There are always positives and negatives to everything. In the previously mentioned song, track 10, which many consider to be Charli's best song ever, Charli ends off the Pop 2 mixtape with a long, emotional, hyperpop masterclass about guilt and relationship self-sabotage.
Frick.
The biggest takeaway for me is, like all of Charli's projects, being a teenager has its highs and lows, and cannot be reduced down to one emotion or feeling.
Alright, what's up, y'all? It's me again, back one more time to close the video. I had a different outro recorded, but it took way too long, so I'll just summarize it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys understood everything. Here's my current rankings of the Charli xcx albums. All of them are great, though.
Goodbye.